said, "No layups in my house," and sent Angel Reese flying like it was a Southwest commercial. That flop had Academy Award winner written all over it. But the refs really looked at that and said, "Yep, that's definitely Caitlin a flagrant, like she pulled a knife out mid-play." And Angel tried to run up on her and said, "You're crazy as fuck." What the f***'s all like, this is just basketball. It's either a layup or free throws. Pick one.
It's just a good take foul, you know? Either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
And just like that, Caitlin Clark dropped a triple-double, won by 35.
Angel Reese got benched on live TV, and no, this wasn't just a routine rest for a starter. This was the kind of benching that makes you pause and wonder, are you really sure about that, coach? But Angel? She didn't sulk one bit. Nope. She went full savage mode. Her reaction left reporters wide-eyed, fans buzzing, and even the Gatorade bottles looking nervous. It wasn't just a response, it was a bold statement, a mic drop wrapped in sparkle and pure attitude, and what she did next, you won't believe it. Seriously.
Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever is currently putting the beats on the Chicago sky, and I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is furious because she wants to make it her business to beat Caitlin Clark this year, and I'm telling you right,
Angel Reese got benched on live television. And no, this wasn't some minor rotation adjustment or a simple strategic substitution. This was the basketball equivalent of being told to sit down and seriously reevaluate your life choices. But let's be real, this wasn't just another sideline moment. No, this was a full-on public spectacle, timed with such perfect precision you'd think the sports gods were kicking back, sipping tea.
Hi, sports supporters. Well, I told you guys there would be a follow-up video on the nuclear fallout. That's exactly what it's been. Over the take foul, as Caitlin Clark is calling it, and that's a great way to say it. It was a take foul. She was trying to prevent a wide-open layup, although one could argue that she might have missed it anyway, on Angel Reese, and then Angel Reese went absolutely, utterly bizarre.
So, what sparked the downfall of Queen Ree? Oh, just a little thing called pure, unfiltered rage, like a Marvel villain unleashed without a script. Because Caitlin Clark, yes, that Caitlin Clark, whose three-point range could stretch all the way from Iowa to Saturn, committed a foul, not a technical, not a flagrant, just your average, everyday whistle that happens 16 times.
A white girl and Caitlin Clark out here busting that flat out, bruh, triple dub. And I don't want to hear none of that stat pattern stuff, bro. She had a triple double, and that's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. So I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, she fouled her hard, bro. It was a malicious play." Man, that wasn't no malicious play. This is a malicious play. Check it out. What y'all gonna say?
But Angel Reese? Oh no, she didn't just react, she straight up exploded. If there'd been a smoke alarm in the arena, the fourth quarter would have been played outside. Let's get one thing straight. This wasn't your typical sports rivalry heat. This wasn't two elite athletes pushing each other to greatness, and it definitely wasn't friendly trash talk. This was raw, unfiltered animosity served with a side of "I hope your sneakers come untied mid-dribble." The look Angel shot Caitlin could have melted steel, and the energy she brought made Godzilla vs. Kong.
About the hard foul. Caitlin Clark fouls Angel Reese while going up for a layup. People are making a big deal out of this, and me, I'm looking at it like, look, it was just a hard foul. I don't even think it was flagrant. The only thing that was flagrant was Angel Reese's response, right? How she responded to the hard foul. And obviously you can see there's still a little hate. There's still a little hate out there. But I'm going to say this, WNBA, lean in on this.
But here's the real kicker. Reese didn't just glare from afar. Nope. She made a beeline straight for Caitlin like she was auditioning for Survivor. Basketball Beef Edition. If body language had volume, Angel was practically yelling, "I've got all the time in the world today." You could almost hear the court.
Basketball player, refs got it right. Move on.
And Caitlin? Let's just say she had that classic "wait, what even just happened?" look, the kind you'd expect from someone who just got tackled mid-spelling bee. She didn't do much beyond standing there, which, honestly, was probably enough to provoke Angel. Sure, Caitlin committed a foul, but Angel reacted like Caitlin had personally insulted her jump shot, her playlist, and her grandma, all in one breath. Then came the benching. And not just any benching, the kind where the coach won't even make eye contact. Like, "Nope, I'm done. Sit down. The crowd went from hype to yikes in 5 seconds flat. And here's the kicker. Angel didn't argue. That was the scariest part. She took her seat with a simmering fury you only see in people who've just been told no outside snacks in the theater. And then, the fallout. Twitter straight up exploded. Fans weren't just mad. They were launching digital nukes from every corner of the internet. Angel's supporters were torn between she's so passionate and what in the WWE just happened. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's fans flooded the timeline with memes
For your perspective on the flagrant foul, and what was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? Either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a take foul. Every basketball player knows.
And Angel's response? Oh, buckle up. She didn't apologize. She didn't backtrack. Nope. She doubled down. With the grace of a freight train and the subtlety of a jackhammer, Angel came for Caitlyn like it was open season. She made it crystal clear. This isn't just a rivalry, it's a full-blown vendetta. If she had a dartboard in her room, Caitlyn's face would be dead center. You could see it in her stance, her snarl, the way she answered questions with the emotional range of a hurricane. This wasn't just competitive fire, it was all-out war. If looks could foul, Caitlyn would have racked up 6 technicals before warm-ups even started, and the punishment? Well, the NCAA might preach sportsmanship and decorum, but you better believe they've been watching that clip on repeat like it's the trailer for their next PR nightmare. You don't go berserk mid-game, verbally disintegrate a fellow athlete on national TV, and expect a simple pat on the back and a Gatorade. This isn't the 90s NBA. Reese is in deep hot water, boiling, scalding hot. Officials are probably assembling a committee as we speak, wearing khakis, sweating bullets, and
this is pure hate. Pure hatred for that white girl in India. Excuse me. I need to specify. Sorry. The one that wears 22 in Indiana.
Her coach? Oh, he looked like a man slowly realizing that coaching Angel Reese might require a degree in conflict resolution and a minor in professional babysitting. The post-game press conference had all the energy of a guy trying to explain his browser history to his wife, 4 forced smiles deep, followed by the classic fallback line, "We'll deal with it internally." Translation, I have no clue what she's going to do next, and I'm praying the league suspends her before I have to. Meanwhile, the fans are having a full-on existential crisis. Half of them are yelling, "She's just passionate," while the other half are furiously Googling, "Can a player get ejected for giving side-eye?" And the rest? They're just here for the chaos, popcorn in hand, watching the WNBA morph into a reality show hosted by drama queens in sneakers. Let's be real, this wasn't Angel Reese's first emotional fireworks show. No, she's been turning court appearances into soap operas since her NCAA days.
Your players responded there just to that moment. It looked like somebody was coming over talking with Angel, coaching staff was talking with her to help calm her down, make sure that it didn't escalate any further.
Yeah, I think that it's a little misrepresentation to calm her down. I think emotions were high on both sides. And so, I think Angel reacted in a way that any of us would react.
She doesn't just play with passion. She plays like someone found her diary and blasted it on the Jumbotron. But last night, that was next level. That was DEFCON 1 with a ponytail. Full on flip the table WWE Royal Rumble energy in a league that supposedly has officials and rules. She charged around the court like someone just spoiled the ending of her favorite series. And no, this wasn't just competitive fire, it was cartoon villain level theatrics. If she'd pulled out a steel